Okay, so I believe we got it now. So I wanted to share this today because I feel like there there are a lot of people who experience this, all of us every day, and we have to watch who is in our circle because the people in your circle should be telling you when you're wrong, or maybe you need to look at something from a different angle. That's what true friends are about. People in your life, when they are true and want the best for you, they're going to tell you the truth. And so I thought about having yes people in your life. And a friend of mine was sharing something with me on today. And she said, the reason why I came to you is because I'm dealing with something that I really need some clarification on. And I know you're not a yes person, and you're going to tell me what you feel and why you feel that way. So I was sharing with her on today, she was like, the experience that she had with someone, and it kind of went left. And there were a lot of back and forth, disagreements, all that kind of stuff that happens when you have blow-ups in relationships and friendships and sometimes family situations. And she said, what is your view about it? Because me and the person have moved past it. We found a way to move past that. But people keep bringing up the past and things that I shared when we were going through the situation. Here was my response to that. And I said, when people are true friends, they're going to tell you the truth. They're going to share the truth with you, even if you don't like the response. And my response was, whenever you are going through or have been through something with people, they will, when you share it with others, they will come back and continue to pull that up and throw that at you because they don't want that situation to be resolved. They want those things to keep going. They still want that friction to keep happening. So this is why they don't want you to forget about the things that you told them during the time that disagreement was going on. So here is a message to all of us. Be careful what you share with people, because even though you've resolved it, there are some people that don't want that, don't want a resolution, don't want you and that person to come back together. It's whether it's, again, a relationship or friendship or on your job or whatever. Be careful who you share your information with when you're in your moments of anger and frustration, because people are going to continue to bring that thing up. For some reason, people love negative. I'm telling you, they will eat negative up. And so when you share things with them, that's what they're going to use, because at the time you weren't sharing positive things. You were sharing your anger and your frustration and all those things that divide two people from one another. But just because you want to move on, which is your right, and mend things, that's your right. But those people, that's why you got to watch who you share information with. Those people are going to constantly throw those things back at you. But here's the thing, in your response, in your defense, you have to say to people, listen, I know me and that individual, we had some disagreements in the past. That situation that we were going through was very ugly, but we decided we was going to mend that thing and try to work things out for the better. So you don't have to feel guilty about, we resolved it. This person is back in my life and we're doing good. We're working through some things, because let's be honest. If all of us are honest, we know that there have been times in our lives and points in our life where we was wrong as all get out. And we had to go back and ask somebody for forgiveness because we were the ones that were wrong. See, that happens with everybody. But here's another question I posed to her. If something was to happen to that person that you were so angry with at that time, could you have forgiven yourself? And her answer was, to me, was I couldn't. I could not have been able to forgive myself if something had happened to that individual. That's the question you have to ask yourself. Can you live the rest of your life with anger at someone for whatever? Because life goes on. It don't just stand still. Whether you get back with the person, you know, in this particular instance, it's a female male relationship. So if you don't want nothing to happen to that person that would impact you in such a way that could be detrimental, you need to find yourself trying to work things out. You need to find yourself, not saying that you got to automatically get back with that person, but you got to find forgiveness in your heart. You got to find a way to say, look, in order for both of us to move on and to move forward, if I did anything wrong, this is when people love you, they tell you the truth. When people love you, they tell you when it needs to be a no answer, it's a no answer. When it needs to be a yes answer, it's a yes answer. But if you have people in your life that everything you say, no matter what you say, no matter what you do, is always a yes, those are what you call yes people, and they are dangerous. Yes people are dangerous because they never give you the mirror to look at yourself. And you can say, I might have had something to do with this misunderstanding. I could have helped to resolve that before it even got that far, if we just worked on it together. I always used to tell my late husband all the time, we don't have arguments. We have disagreements. Because arguments, they get ugly and you're not looking for a resolution. Because you just look at it as a problem. Disagreements, you saying, I'm not all right or all wrong, and you are not all right or all wrong. But we need to come to the middle to find where we can compromise and find some agreement. Because at the end of the day, we own the same team. So this is something, it was just heavy on my heart because when she posed that question to me, I said, I want to share that because I know there are some other people out there that's probably dealing with something just like that, to where you are trying to move on from a situation that got ugly and really out of hand. And for whatever reason, you and that person work that thing out and continue to work on it. That doesn't give people that you share that during the time of your shared with during the time of your hurt and pain to keep pulling that stuff up, to keep pulling up the negative, because that's what it was during that time. Squash that stuff. And you got to tell people, I understand what I shared with you, but I don't need you to continue to remind me of what I shared with you. Because it appears to me as though you don't want any conflict resolution here. Like you wanted me to continue to be angry with this individual. And that's not my choice. That is not my choice. And that goes for all of us. Like I said, whether it's in a relationship, a friendship, your children and yourself, because the world is made up of various types of relationships. Watch what you share with people when you're upset, because those people, some will move on and say, I'm glad that they worked that out. But there will be a number of those who will try to keep beating that dead horse to death. Because they don't want a resolution. Because they like that friction that you show with you and that person. Be careful. Be careful how you share your information. Be careful how you share your pain and your disappointments with other people, because some people will never let that go. Choose carefully. Be very strategic on how you want to handle this situation. And what do you want out of it? Because if you tell me something, I'm supposed to receive it in love. And whatever your decision is, that's your decision. And I'm supposed to respect that. And this is a problem when people cross boundaries. They like being that yes person and telling you, oh yeah, do this and do that. And when you know how when you're having a conversation and you want people to agree with you because you don't want to hear the no's. Those are some dangerous people. Because if I'm going to tell you something, if I give you a yes, I'm going to tell you why I gave you a yes. If I give you a no, I'm going to tell you why. I'm not just going to say it. And these are the kind of people that you need in your life. And get all these people that come in here just needing to operate their lives out of your lives. You understand what I'm saying? You don't need people in your life that's going to operate their life according to your life. In other words, what I'm saying, if you've got something going on in your life that's not comfortable, guess what? And they got something going on in their life that's not all that great. You know what they're going to do? They're going to focus on what's going on in your life because you're the one talking. So they don't have to focus on what's going on in their lives because they always going to use you as an example in whatever is going on. And they're measuring themselves up against what's going on in your life. And it keeps them comfortable in their situation. And their situation may be worse than yours. But you give them cushion when you share your life situations. And when you don't react the way that they want you to, that's when they go back and try to grab stuff and throw it back in your face. So be careful with yes people, okay? Be very careful with yes people. Be careful on who you share your information with. You need somebody that you can really confide in. And that don't mean everybody. It's at least one person out there that you can confide in. I mean, like pour your heart out to. They're out there. It's that person is out there. And you know that whatever you tell them, it's not going anywhere. That's what you, and they are not a yes person. They're a person that's going to tell you what is right. So be cautious of these yes people. Because sometimes they just looking for somebody to measure their situations up against and say that your situation is worse than theirs. Because that's how they're going to see it. All right? Y'all take care and watch your circle. And also, keep your circle small. You just might have too many people in it. Enjoy the rest of your day. Bye-bye.